I tell the people I work with, have a vision. A vision of each and every area of your life. For your family, for your business, for your own life. Have a vision. Write it down clearly, so that you can step back from the vision of the future and come back into today and take it that one step at a time. It's like building a building. You go and you have a blueprint. You don't worry about how it's going to finish and when it's going to finish. When you have that blueprint, you begin with laying a foundation. And that's the work you need to do is now. That's the work, first digging of the foundation. But most people, we are worrying about, we're digging a foundation, but our mind is not on digging a foundation, is that how is this going to end? Whenever we worry, our brain is made up in a way that when you worry, you produce negative kind of chemicals into your brain. So you are not going to think clearly when you're worried about how tomorrow is going to be, or what if this doesn't happen. But when you take away worry from your brain, you're going to function better, you are going to think clearly, you are going to be more in a peaceful state. Because what we all need, most of us, we don't need a new car, but we think the car, when we get a new car, it will give us a certain feeling. We are looking for the feeling. We are not looking for the car, but we go for the car because that's tangible, the feeling. But we don't need a huge car, a huge house. But we think that when we have a certain house, like one time when I was a kid, in Uganda, I had this dream that, and I say, how does it feel? I remember even the t-shirt I was wearing. It was the first t-shirt I bought for myself. I sold milk on the street. I was about 13 on the street, and the first money I bought myself a yellow t-shirt, a polyester t-shirt. And I was seated on back home, we call it a veranda of our house, and the plane where we lived, there were no plane. This plane went over our house. And I say, how does it feel to be in the plane? I just say, how does it really feel? I had a cousin who was an Air Force pilot, actually ended up to be a presidential pilot. And he used to give me books. He gave me 2 books, and I think they were in English. I couldn't speak English, so I just saw the pictures, watched the pictures. And I had this dream to get on the plane. So when I was about, because I was in the village and I was in this, I didn't have a passport. There's time when you bury the dream and say, that's not realistic. And I said, I'll never even get a passport. But one time, one of my brother-in-law was an ambassador in Japan and called us to go and work to the Japanese embassy. So I went, got a passport. And for me, my excitement was, for the first time, I'm going to sit in the plane, and how is that going to feel? But we first boarded a small passenger plane from Uganda to Kenya. And when we were going through the Rift Valley, the turbulence, it was so forceful from the Rift Valley, and we thought we were going to die. So then we went and we boarded a bigger plane. And it wasn't as, I was disappointed in the experience. And I remember I was in Dubai on the airport, and that was our stopover. And I say, does this really how a dream feels? I was about 26. I was really young then. And I got disappointed because I was looking for something external to satisfy what was empty here. And that's, if I had just say, I'll take life, I'll enjoy it the way it comes. And I don't read so much into being on the plane and having this life-changing experience. Life-changing experience you'll ever have has to come from here. It has to be embedded in your physicality, in your neurosystem, in your being. That's where it's going to have a signature of transformation, or at least the beginning of transformation of your life. So that's why I mean that we focus so much on the external to give us what we can receive internally.